The biggest problem that I hear in Over the Sea to Skye is a lack of dynamics. Some orchestras play this pretty flat, and it's a beautiful piece, and it kind of ruins it if we don't add the dynamics and if we don't phrase well. So let's just take a look and see what's going on here. Beginning, everybody's mezzo piano, basses are pizzicato, and then here, everybody drops down to pianissimo. Basses drop out completely, and violas have the B theme. And they're mezzo piano. So why are they mezzo piano and everybody else is pianissimo? Probably, yeah, we don't want it too loud here right away, but also because of balance issues. We want to be able to hear the violas. So there's a couple ways that we can accomplish this. First of all, there's a third violin part. So if you don't have enough violas, maybe slide some violinists into the viola section. Second thing is that the violists need to be playing closer to the bridge there so that their sound can penetrate the rest of the orchestral sound, okay? And vice versa, you can have everybody else play closer to the fingerboard, and that's gonna help adjust your balance as well. The other thing that can make your viola section sound softer and not as present is if they don't have the technique to play it and that they're playing it pretty sloppy. If they're playing it pretty sloppy and they're not very comfortable with the technique, they're likely to not play confidently and project. So what is it about the technique that makes it challenging? Well, there's that string crossing there in the very first measure. So they have B on the A string and then G on the D string, and then they got to cross strings pretty quickly, and that's just a 16th note. You could also have them do it in third position. I don't know that I would recommend that, but if they don't want to learn string crossings and they have an easier time learning third position, hey, maybe do it that way. But, or maybe teach them both techniques. That might be good too. In measure 13, the second violins take over the melody. They get bumped up to mezzo piano from pianissimo, and the violas get drop down to pianissimo. So again, have your second violins play closer to the bridge, then play closer to the fingerboard, and right here, again, it's the same measure, the same technique, with the string crossing. We've got B to G, back to B, pretty quickly on the up bow, right? It's important that they lead with the wrist, and in season 1, I do a whole episode on string crossing, and when the students lead with the wrist instead of the elbow when they cross strings for that 16th note, it's gonna be a lot clearer and it's gonna be a lot easier to do. So who leads the dance when you cross strings? Sometimes the elbow leads the dance, and sometimes the wrist leads the dance. When it's quick and you're crossing strings back and forth really quickly, the wrist leads the dance. So go back and have them work on that technique, have them do some teeter-totters, and have them lead with the wrist, teeter-totter on the D and A strings, and have them lead with the wrist, and then it's gonna make them a lot more confident when they play their solis. In 17, the A theme comes back, and everybody crescendos up to mezzo forte. We finally get some phrase indication here at 24, and we see that this is now a 4-bar phrase. We don't get the crescendo coming up, but we do get the decrescendo coming back into 24. We should probably be doing that all throughout this piece. 17, 18, 19, and then come back for 20, and then 21, 22, 23, and then come back for 24. Now, the violas have something that seems to be contrary to this, but it's just kind of a delayed decrescendo because they're getting louder, getting louder, getting louder, and then they bring this out and then come back to start the new phrase. One thing that's really gonna help the dynamics here are that now we're getting 2 bows per measure instead of just 1 bow per measure. And so that's gonna definitely make this sound louder anyway. So this is usually not the problem that we have. It's usually the phrase and making sure that we get back down to start this phrase right here and tremolos and all that. Cellos actually have the melody in this section. Don't forget that. This is melodic material, but it is not melody. So have the cellos play closer to the bridge here so that you can hear them. I disagree with the phrasing from 25 to 29. It has 2 2-bar phrases here. And later, if you just look at the next phrase, you see that it's a 4-bar phrase here. We don't get the crescendo, but we get the decrescendo. So I don't know, I would consider rewriting this so that it's a 4-bar phrase instead of get loud, get soft, get loud, get soft. We have 1 crescendo and 1 decrescendo to make this into 1 phrase instead of 2 little phrases. We're boating along the ocean and we don't want to get seasick, right? Too many phrases, too short of phrases, and we get seasick and we make our audience seasick. So consider doing a 4-bar phrase there. A theme comes back here at 33, same as we played it before. It's forte now. We've got more moving material. If we want a little bit more power, they can do this as double stops here in the cellos. You don't have to do it that way. But in any case, this is nice and loud, and then we're going to get soft at the end. It's kind of like we trail off here, and it's kind of just like a memory. Like, oh yeah, that boat ride was really fun. I like that. Well, that's my take on Over the Sea to Skye. Hope you enjoyed it. If I forgot something, drop it down in the comments below. If you have an issue that you need help with Over the Sea to Skye, or really anything else, go ahead and drop it down in the comment section below. And that's going to do it for season 4, and I'll see you in the fall.